Hey you guys, another scorcher, but fortunately enough for us, this is called Sukram. Now this is a water festival that Thailand, the whole country participates in, you guys. And in the afternoon, I think it starts around 4 or 4, I don't know, I'm not sure. But the biggest water fight in the world. That's right, Guinea's called the Sukram Festival, the biggest water fight in the world. So now I have participated in it for the last 4 years. I'm not finna do that no more. It gets kind of annoying, especially when you got a bunch of tourists throwing water on you. And they'll single you out because you're black and you're tall, so they'll actually single you out to splash down with a bucket of ice cold water. Which right now I'm not prepared to be doing that. We will post some clips of past Sukram, okay? Because I am in no mood, or I'm not prepared to have these big cheap shots at me by trying to throw water on me. You know what I'm saying? So, you'd be surprised, man. They'll pull that shit on you. Alright, I'm finna go in here to talk, man. I gotta pick up something because I'm gonna hang in the house all day, eat ribs. So I think I have ribs, okra, and potatoes. I don't know. Man, not good with this hot weather, yo. Earlier today, I put on, I had a vision, so to speak, and we made up this template about, you know, how many of these Democratic leaders we got that's foundational African Americans. That means your grandfather, your great-grandfather, your great-grandmother was a slave. And you come to find out, through all my history looking, Democratic parties don't try to put foundational blacks in power. If you had came from descendants of slavery, they're not gonna elect you. You can look like black and you can sound black, but if you had a great-grandfather or great-grandmother that was a slave, no. They're not gonna make you no president. All right, they're not gonna make you no Congress if they can get away with it. I started doing more research, and come to find out that 100% of black Republican Congress people, black Republican senators, they are all 100% foundational African Americans. Somebody in their family that was a slave. Imagine that. That's in the Democratic Party, and I mean that's in the Republican Party. In the Democratic Party, they got blacks pretending to be foundational African Americans and leading you. That's the reason why you ain't getting no representation. You know, where's your 40 acres and a mule? They ain't gonna give it to you because most of the people that they put in power are not foundational African Americans, meaning their grandfathers and their forefathers were not slaves or system slaves to the United States. But then I look at the statistics and they tell me that under the Democratic administration, blacks fare well. And I tried to look that up, and then I looked it up and I found out this is the reason why. Democrats in office, they hire a bunch of people, a bunch of Africans to run social services, to run government entities, and such as that. So this is how they can say your wealth is better. That's wrong, because a job is just over broke, you guys. You guys need to start businesses. This is the only way you're gonna reach independent wealth. The Republicans take away all the regulations. They're not no poverty pimps. They say, man, if you come up with a good idea, you hustle, we there for you. Democrats is gonna throw a bunch of paperwork at you, environment studies, penalties, just to keep you in their loop. Now, if the Democrats were so gravy, why in the hell we're not doing better? You know what I mean? So all I can advise you guys is, listen, I go with the lesser of the two evils. As long as I'm a Republican will let me operate, own, and do business. Democrats, now they want to play the cronyism shit. You know, you got to know somebody to get hooked up with somebody. You know, I seen the Democratic machine play on me because of $500,000, which ain't shit. But to them, for an African American to have that, and he's not supposed to, their whole goal was to stop everything. So, yeah, but that's my daily rant. And that's it, that's all. I'm out of here, you guys.